Hello, my name is Preeti Kantasaria, and I'm currently a senior studying industrial and systems engineering at Rutgers, and I'm here to share with you a little bit more about our department and all the wonderful things that you could do if you come to Rutgers and join us. So, industrial engineering can really be summed up by the phrase imagine a future. So, when you think about designing the future, designing the next innovative technology, designing the next piece of efficient machinery or efficient software, that's all something that an industrial engineer would have a hand in. Our department really focuses on innovation and engineering design, and we learn that through a systems thinking approach. So, what industrial and systems engineering really is being able to understand a greater system, thinking about all the humans, business processes, and machinery that goes into creating that process, and then trying to understand it and optimize it the best that you can. So, our industrial engineering program really focuses on solving real life problems, and the characteristics of a typical industrial engineering student include creativity, the ability to think of systems as a wider picture, as well as strong communication and math skills. And so, really, our core foundation is in mathematical rigor and statistical analysis, but we learn a lot of aspects of engineering design and advanced technology as well. So, really, this sets up industrial engineers to do quite a variety of different things. A few examples would be building and operating human machine business systems, so any interaction thereof. Building any type of business or technology solution and managing those projects is where a lot of industrial engineers end up. So that means consulting related fields, and then the tools in which we use is more data science related, process reengineering and optimization related, or things with risk assessment and entrepreneurship. The career prospects for industrial engineers is fantastic. There's strong growth in the field in the next upcoming years, and there's career opportunities in almost any industry. So it's not really a question of finding a job, it's more of a question of where you want to work and finding that best spot for you. And we have a job placement rate of over 90% within 3 months of graduation, which is extremely high for an engineering major. And so we can work in many different types of entry-level jobs in a number of industries. So consulting positions, financial systems, analysts positions, more manufacturing-focused roles, or distribution and supply chain-focused roles. So the reality is that the world is your oyster when you're an industrial engineer. After graduation, I will be working at Deloitte as a technology consulting analyst, where I will be solving government technology problems using the ISE knowledge I have. And so the big question here is, why would you choose Rutgers ISU over any other program? And really the numbers speak for themselves. We're one of the top 20 industrial and systems engineering programs nationwide, and we're a signature program at Rutgers University. So that means that we get lots and lots of funding, whether it's for research or student projects. And we are a boutique department, which means that there are many professors, but only about 70 students per class year, which means you'll have that community atmosphere with your fellow students, but also you can get to know your professors. Beyond that, we have cutting-edge laboratories, and so throughout your 4 years, you will have opportunity to do hands-on work within our machine shop lab, 3D printing lab, senior design lab, risk assessment and testing lab, and so really you get that experience from day one. And beyond it, we have so many alumni that graduate out into wonderful, wonderful companies that you can leverage for job opportunities. Most of our students will graduate with at least one, if not two or more, internship and co-op opportunities, and there are research opportunities for undergraduates from the minute you start here. I actually did research in my junior year on drone flight risk analysis, and it actually allowed me to present at multiple conferences and publish my research in a few journals. And so our academic programs offer a few different options. The first one is the typical BS degree in industrial engineering, and you can compound that with a concentration in financial systems or manufacturing. Another option is to do a dual degree or dual major within the School of Arts and Sciences. So I know many students will pursue economics or computer science to further their interest. And then the last option is a 5-year dual degree program, where in 5 years you can graduate with a bachelor's and a master's in industrial and systems engineering, or a bachelor's in industrial and systems engineering and a master's in business administration, or MBA. So our program really focuses on a typical STEM-based education, but where we differ from other majors is a more real-life application focus. So we focus a lot more on how businesses can use technology tools, can use state-of-the-art software, and so from day one we learn not only how to use these technologies, but also how to best present about them. And so research opportunities exist, and based on the things that we learn, there's also multiple opportunities to present at national and regional competitions and to attend conferences. Beyond that, we have professional and honor societies available, and these offer many different opportunities to get certifications that can help you in your professional career. The course topics will vary from your typical IE methods of work design, facilities layout, to more higher level data science and technology focuses. We also do classes in business and law to learn the wider context for our work, as well as modeling and optimization to kind of compound our statistical background. Of course, we do our typical engineering curriculum as well, and we also have the opportunity for senior design. So senior design is the highlight of our 4-year program. Basically, you have to design an innovative product or project completely by yourself and work on it over the course of 2 semesters. So you and your group will really have a wonderful experience with the hands-on approach, and this really is what students leverage in order to get job opportunities because it is an incredible resume booster. We also have wonderful things like industry meet and greet days where you can meet companies of many kinds. This list is really just the tip of the iceberg of the places you can find opportunities. We also do field trips to different facilities nearby. So recently we went to JFK 8, which is one of Amazon's high-tech distribution centers. I encourage you to pause on this page so that you can read a little bit more about where previous IEs have gone, but really there's far-reaching implications for where you can go. And another example of the wonderful work we do is Dr. Guo, who's doing a big data project with Ford, actually, to see how big data can be applied to vehicle manufacturing. And Lana, who's an alum who's also going to Deloitte, which is where I'm going, she mentioned that IOC offers the opportunity to learn about a variety of things and to spark curiosity in students, which is a great way to sum up our department. Beyond that, Pedro interned at the NASA Ames Research Center, so it really tells you that the opportunities are far-reaching, and he said that his experience doing railroad track inspections is what helped him secure that position. Lastly, we have Andrew, who's a Future Makers Fellow, and he's done some incredible work thwarting cyber hackers by looking at the problem from opposing views. And to finish up, really the ISC degree is only going to become more and more impactful in the future because as companies become more environmentally conscious, more focused on sustainability and efficiency, that's really where industrial engineers shine and where we work mostly. And so if you're interested in working in that artificial intelligence space and the analytics space, industrial engineering could be the right choice for you. And so we're going to finish off by showing you a video from our senior design to see some of the wonderful projects that students have worked on. You should be able to see me in the curly hair talking about Sparta. And I highly encourage you to reach out to the department if you have any questions, and I hope to see you around in the future. Innovation shouldn't just only be things that are completely novel, but things that are novel that we need in our own day-to-day lives that solve real-life problems.
Today was our design show. It was very important for the students first to learn the process, to have a mind for critical thinking. Each team has to come up with a real problem and find a way to build a solution based on critical thinking.
We were challenged to come up with a very unique idea and be able to execute it in a way that we could present to a large audience.
We are HydroStacks, the W production module.
We were challenged to take on new technology that none of us had experience with and apply it to a final product that had to work in the end. It's almost like we're pitching to an investor and trying to create a real product.
Being able to understand how to integrate multiple systems and work with higher level advisors has really prepared me to be able to really get the best out of any solution that I need to create.
The students build a new product, but we don't stop there because we have to make sure that this product or this software works. We have to make sure that it generates data, and more importantly, they have to demonstrate in their work how they're closing the loop.
I'm working on a vertical farm that takes duckweed, an extremely fast-growing plant, and builds trays that allow it to grow as fast as possible.
There's going to be 2 billion people more in the world estimated in 30 years from now, so we really wanted to try to tackle a problem where we can try to optimize the amount of food we get out to people.
We are constantly worried about the rising cost of medical expenses. We found the need to be driven to physical therapy several times a week for months on end was a big challenge. So we created Sparta, Smart Physical and Rehabilitation Therapy Anywhere, which is a video game essentially that patients can play at home to do their physical therapy exercises.
Innovation comes from a mindset. You have to start with a mental model. It has to translate to a conceptual model. From there, you have to build a process to do it, integrating technology and science for the purpose of solving a problem. And that is innovation.
Through this experience of senior design and just industrial engineering as a whole, the curriculum has always focused on not only solving problems, but solving problems together.
As an engineer, what really drives me and what I've really learned throughout my 4 years at Rutgers University is how to solve problems. And throughout these 11 months, I think we've definitely grown as individuals and people.
What we gained from our project is a lifelong experience that we can refer to in the future.